food problems. What did we do before Trader Joe's was invented? Did we really just shop at Safeway and Rainbow Grocery? Hard to remember, even harder to believe. So I read the Michael Pollan book about his 4 meals and where they came from, and Fast Food Nation, and heard all about the slow food movement and the organic thing and the local angle about food grown within a 100-mile radius or something. And frankly, I'm worried about the pears and apples that grow in my Bernal Heights backyard. Worried that they might contain lead from old paint scraped over the years from this 99-year-old house, or the neighbor's house, or the other neighbor's house, or from weird lead particles floating over from the 101 and 280 freeways. So much to worry about, and I suppose I could send a backyard pear to some lab in Davis or somewhere and find out if it's okay, but even tracking down a lead in the food lab is kind of time-consuming, you know? So instead, I buy organic fruits and vegetables at the farmer's market nearby every Saturday morning, getting elbowed by cranky Russian grandmothers reaching for a bunch of beets for borscht and wondering what the hell I would make with sugar cane grown in Fresno anyway. So I picked up a package of dried organic pineapple from Trader Joe's, you know, to snack on at the office. Something sweet, healthy and all. I mean, where can you go wrong with organic dried fruit? Better than chocolate, even though chocolate's good for you and your arteries nowadays, but just a little, not too much. So dried fruit's even better, but if you need something sweet around 3 in the afternoon, except now I'm reading the organic pineapple from Trader Joe's package, and it's from Sri Lanka, which means that it was most likely driven from the fields to a place where it was dried and packaged in some kind of truck without any kind of pollution controls like we have here in California. And then it was put on an ocean-going freighter burning massive amounts of non-renewable fossil fuel oil as it crossed the Pacific, where it was put on another truck and driven to the distribution center, where it was put on another truck, which was brought it to my nearest Trader Joe's, where I bought it, and drove it somewhere again, home. That's a hell of a lot of fuel consumption in the name of snacking on organic dried pineapple, but it's from Sri Lanka, where maybe it was grown by some sort of organic farming local industry, maybe even some kind of cooperative or something, and by buying their products, maybe I'm supporting their quest for a better life. And if Americans don't consume organic pineapple grown by the good folks of Sri Lanka, who are probably still recovering from that tsunami and all that, well then who is going to buy their products? I mean, are people in China all about eating organic at this point? Surely the Europeans are, but do they like dried pineapple? Somehow Europe seems more like dried figs and dried apricots, you know? Europeans just don't seem like they're snacking on pineapple, but I could be wrong. And the same goes for that Trader Joe's organic quinoa from Bolivia. I mean, it's the mother grain from the Incas, full of complete amino acids or something. But hell, Bolivia is very far away, and quinoa doesn't grow in Bernal Heights. At least not as far as I know, and even then it might have lead in it, right? I don't know if the Europeans have discovered organic quinoa yet either, but I wouldn't count on it. Amaranth, maybe. But quinoa? I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm sure none of you have that problem at all. All right. The next one is called This Is Not About Birds. Imagine the unimaginable. When was the last time you saw a flock of birds? Seriously. Not a couple of sparrows or starlings hopping on a sidewalk. Not a pigeon pecking at the remainders of a half-eaten burrito carelessly dropped on Mission Street. Not 3 pelicans attempting to fly in formation out at Ocean Beach or along the bay. I don't mean the squawking seagulls intimidating tourists at Fisherman's Wharf. There are eyewitness accounts from 120 years ago that birds existed in such great numbers that the sun was sometimes blotted out by massive clouds of birds migrating from Canada to Mexico and back again. Imagine the unimaginable. In the late 1800s, hats featuring fantastic feathers became fashionable. All the birds were killed in the name of commerce. Have you seen that photo of the oiled, covered wild birds? To have survived everything, just to have it end this way. Dawn dishwashing liquid advertises that it's used by animal rescue groups to clean oil off of half-dead seabirds. Talk about turning misery into a marketing opportunity. Imagine the unimaginable, to have survived everything, just to have it end this way. And this is called middle age. We could not believe our luck. The dog was not dead. The flowers were alive. The sun was shining. Food was on the table. We did not question the quality of the food. We were hungry. There was water to drink. It quenched our thirst, and we were grateful. No one was thinking too much. We looked at each other and smiled. No one asked, "Is this all there is?" because we already knew the answer. Thanks.